apparently Nim's next idea is making chocolate.
Alcoholic chocolate.
Alcoholic chocolate.
He just adjusts his
And
head
that's
from
how she told
Samson to
me.
Nim and is like, ah, you're making your own candy. So, that must mean that you have fully mastered all of the lessons that I have both given and not given you. Very impressive.
Nim will put her hand on her chin. I don't know if that's snark or a compliment.
Did you master all the lessons he didn't give you?
How would I have mastered something that hasn't happened?
Well, then I think it was snark.
Ah. It's not very nice.
Hi, I'm Z. You just see the arm raise up from his body in your direction. Hi, I'm Zanzibar. A wizard, very powerful, and also, by and large, not considered to be very nice. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
You can change that whenever you want.
Change what?
Being nice or not being nice.
Funny thing about considered being nice, it's largely suggestive, subjective, and usually quite opinionated.
I mean, I think you're pretty nice.
Exactly my point.
The people you like, or don't hate,
Tolerate.
tolerate.
Exactly. Samson thinks I'm nice, you're half and half. And Yala, who is way over schedule, would rather watch me die. Probably a slow and painful death.
I think she'd prefer a quick one. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
Quick and painful.
I don't know about the slow
She
part.
doesn't care how painful it is, as long as he stops existing.
Mhm.
This is the way.
This is not the way.
This is...
This is not the way.
This is the curd.
This is the lemon curd.
Yeah, by being the curd, it's not the way.
Well, regardless.
How is Yala doing, by the way?
Yeah, how is she?
He just takes a second, sits there in silence. Seems to be doing quite fine, and I am not going to take this moment away from her.
Good for her.
See? That's nice.
Yeah.
Glad she's happy.
Mm-hmm.
No guarantee she's coming back, though.
Yeah. I mean... She said it herself. Probably only gonna be an hour.
I could have told you this wasn't going to take an hour, but... No sense worrying about it. Whatever will be, will be. Do we have cupcakes yet? I'm hungry.
No, we need to wait 5 more minutes.
Promise a man cupcakes and then makes him wait for it.
That's how cooking works.
I know, it's a joke.
This bitch could just make them be done.
Yeah.
Aren't good things supposed to come to people who wait?
No.
Exactly, that's why I'm willing to wait millions of years for my moment to shine.
It's an oddly specific time frame, but okay.
I imagine it was about at that moment Xiao was getting to see the baby. Holding the baby and crying.
I feel like it was before this. 'Cause this seems like it's like later in the
I
day.
can't tell.
Okay, so real talk. When we started talking about the baking shenanigans, I think it was literally right before Hyala and Boris got to come, like in Hyala's village clan. Clan, that's the right word.
Mm.
Right before they got to her clan.
Yeah.
Baking
So-
muffins in the afternoon.
Probably around the time the muffins are actually being eaten is when Hyala meets Kuno.
Perhaps.
Or after they're done. Point is, it's like, I don't know how far it was. I'm guesstimating. So, time passes, the cupcakes are decorated. You can clearly tell which ones Nims did and which ones she made Samson do.
Because she just frosted it and then dipped it in the remaining sugar.
No, Nims are shaped like bears.
Oh, cool! Yours has buns like you do.
How did you shape a cupcake to look like a bear?
No,
She
like
meant the
the
icing.
frosting. Yeah.
Samson's looks like it has a hat.
With
How?
tassels.
With tassels.
Yeah, the icing is hanging off in little tassels.
I mean, your
One
cupcakes have
lecture.
a gross habit.
Your cupcakes have a gross habit.
No, they don't. Just yours.
No,
Does-
yours have a gross habit.
Does Snowdrop get a cupcake?
Yes.
Gasp. That's not good for his indigestion.
Nah, he gets a little cupcake.
Does it have sand
With a
in
bug inside.
Yeah, instead of sugar, it's swirled with sand.
it? Ah.
We make a sand frosting too.
Yes. We'll say yes. And Mr. Golem gets one as well. And also the urge to hand Zanzibar's sand one first is larger
I
than
imagine you just use mold earth to shape some sand into a cupcake.
I would if I had that cantrip, but I don't.
So, the golem holds the cupcake and literally doesn't know what to do with it.
It's a sand cake.
Just entirely made out of sand?
Yeah, Nim took the time to form sand into a cupcake. And sprinkle sand on top of the sand cake.
The golem is still confused by the pile of sand you handed him.
Here you go, you get a cupcake too,
Who?
Mr. Golem. That's just what Nim said to him.
Oh,
Does Nim hand Zanzibar a cupcake?
Yeah, I'll hand him a cupcake.
Hooray!
well, once everyone has their cupcake, Samson's gonna try it.
Nim in the background sprinkles extra sugar on her cupcake.
I knew it.
Shocking, absolutely zero individuals. Well, let's see how this is.
Oh! I thought you rolled a d20 for a second. That's a d2.
A little sweeter for my taste, but these are some pretty good muffins.
Cupcakes!
Just throw yours at his face.
No, I legitimately thought about giving him, like, a gut punch.
Nim just turns Bara just to punch Samson in the gut and then turns back to
Oh,
normal.
cakes!
First off, they're cupcakes.
I'm just imagining Nim goes to gut punch Samson and it sounds like a squeak hammer hitting like a stone wall.
No, Nim doesn't actually punch Samson.
Coward.
Sadly.
Rule number 1 of Nim's baking tutorial. They're cupcakes, not muffins.
Oh, thanks, Dr. Barber.
I was going for Mr. Popo, specifically from the Team 4-star abridged version.
Oh yeah, I never really cared for Dragon Ball Abridged, so.
It's
Fair.
I find it more interesting than regular Dragon Ball.
I mean, Kamen Rider Saber is more interesting than regular Dragon Ball.
Oh, I think that's a stretch.
I can assure you I've had so much more fun.
I mean, yeah, but that's...
Your anime tastes aside.
Yeah, your terrible anime tastes aside.
Says
Cupcakes are delivered.
Yeah. And it makes hers into a sandwich.
Dang, it's too early in your day to ask if y'all is having any dreams or nightmares right now. Dang.
What do you mean? She's living a dream.
Don't give me any ideas. It was all a dream.
Sounds like it sucks.
Oh god. I have been up way too many hours.
So wait, is it the frosting that makes it a cupcake?
Well, that's part of it, but the preparation's different.
Are you sure about that?
Are you really gonna question me on this topic?
Yes?
You shouldn't. I almost said for your personal health.
Coward.
Aw, Nim, you're not threatening.
Sadly, Nim's not, but she could be.
The day Shay plays a threatening character is definitely going to be a day to go on record.
Jade's campaign.
Yeah!
Right, Jade?
Nope.
What do you mean? You gonna prevent
What are you talking
him?
about?
I said, she'll play a threatening character in your campaign.
I didn't
Nope.
agree to this.
What, you're forbidding Shay from playing a threatening character?
Nope.
What? I don't understand.
Nope.
Come on, you already promised the DM, and you already bought the thing.
Nope.
Not even a little.
What do you mean, not even a little, Shay? You're not supposed to be on that side.
Yeah, I am.
What? Ah,
Yep.
I see. You don't want to play a game with Jade. Cool.
It's
Play a
true.
game with
I
Jade.
actively try to
Jade.
avoid playing games with Jade.
Wow. Everybody's just hating on Jade.
Yep. If I'm ever playing a game, I do my damnedest to make sure Jade does not know. As if she's not the first person to respond every time. Well, except for the Saturday game.
Everyone had to start somewhere.
So y'all
And
eat?
I'll get you some chocolate eventually.
Oh, I look forward to trying that boozy chocolate. Speaking of booze, Zanzibar, didn't you say we'd be having some too?
Did I? I genuinely don't remember.
Yeah, Samson said if we could, Zanzibar said this is a celebration, and Samson asked if there'd be booze. And Zanzibar's like, of course!
Zanzibar will just lazily lift his arm up above him and just snap his fingers, and a big old magnum will just fall into his hand. Berserk.
Woo! And Samson will walk over and just plop down on the sand as well.
Adults and their vices.
He's just lying on his
Nim's-
back with his arms.
Nim said, scarfing down the sugar.
Not scarfing down, but yes, eating the cupcakes.
You heard me.
I know what I said.
And Zanzibar's just laying on his back, arm towards the sky with a bottle in his palm. Specifically a magnum. But yeah, no, he just lays there like that.
Samson loves Magnum.
That's all Nim's got.
Samson drinketh the alcohol.
Yeah.
He taketh the magnum and drinketh the alcohol.
Oh, good. How was Zanzibar? Are you looking at anything in particular?
What'd he say?
He's like, are you looking at anything in particular?
No.
I wanted to show you some things I came up with. I wanted to see if they were plausible.
And the flat hand that's just been sitting there since after the bottle was taken out of there just does the, like, grabby hand mouth motion.
And Samson will flip his notebook over to, like, some of the pages that he was working on different weapon designs on. And he'll like, put it in Zanzibar's hand.
Zanzibar looks at the notebook. What is in the notebook?
So so the main ones that are there are a little thing that seems to have something about Eve and the Ice Stone to, like, stick onto people and, like, freeze them, like what happened to Samson.
Except on purpose.
Yes. One of them is a staff, like a quarter staff, but it's got Eve on one side and Adam on the other. And the other one looks like one of his, like, fire bombs, but it's got bullets pointing outwards, like, outside of it, like a Christmas decoration. And it does, in fact, look very stupid. And those are the three main ones.
Zanzibar just, like, puts on a really confused face. What are these scribblings?
I was thinking of things that are like, I don't know, other little weapons or gadgets, something that would, something I could add to my arsenal in case the time ever came to use stuff like this. That one's based off that time I nearly froze myself into a statue. That one's me trying to think of something to do with this quarterstaff, because I'll be honest, I mainly just use it to walk around the sands. Oh, and this one will be a bomb, but instead of exploding into fire, it shoots bullets everywhere.
How are you going to get the explosion to hit the percussion cap? They are called percussion caps, right? Jay, what's the little thing on the back of the bullet?
Back of the bullet.
The little thing that the striker has to hit to make the
little
thing.
fart-
Striker doesn't hit the bullet.
Oh, What's the thing that hits the back of the bullet casing that makes the bullet go pew?
Oh, on the cartridge case?
Yeah.
Where's the primer?
That's the primer? Little silverish thing on the back of the brass casing?
Yeah.
Sure. Assuming primer has been invented on this timeline.
I mean, he seems to operate with, like, revolvers. I'd assume they use that.
I mean, revolvers have existed since things were like, the very first. What was the first one? First one sucked.
Well, you tell me, do these suck? They don't seem to be sucking.
Yeah, I mean, I always assumed it was a primer-based system.
Well, yeah, it's less of the ambiguity of primers and more of what the fuck was they called.
The little circle on the butt of the bullet.
That's not the bullet, that's the cartridge case! Ah! And yes, it's the primer. The firing pin hits the primer explodes. The explosion ignites the gunpowder even bigger explodes.
And then
And
that
then
sends
the
the bullet
explosion-
casing
And then that
down the
bullet,
barrel.
which is the piece on the far end, as far away from the primer as it could possibly be, goes flying even farther away.
Ah,
What
so
a
you're
nerd.
saying that the primer activates the gunpowder, and the gunpowder sends the bullet casing down the barrel into the target.
Whee!
So the bullet stays in the gun and the casing comes out. Can't even.
And
If
then the
I mean, if
bullet
your gun is
stands
really
still
screwed
in
up.
space and the gun launches itself into the opponent.
Yeah, well, I mean, I always say I'm small enough that if I fired a gun, the bullet would stay in place and the gun and I would go flying backwards. And then the
Yeah.
bullet's just kind
I
of
wish I
shakes
could
in
say-
midair and
Yeah,
drops.
I
guns
wish
aren't
I
meant
could
to
say
be
I-
used by birds.
I wish I could say I could disagree, but I've seen you. You are quite small.
Also, I don't want to shoot a gun, so that doesn't help. Or does help. Whatever we're talking about. What are we talking about? Why is this the point?
Zanzibar's asking how Samson figures that he's going to get a random explosion to hit the primers and magically make the bullets fire out of their casings rather than just send bullet and casing hurtling through the air.
Yeah, just put in normal shrapnel.
Yeah, sticking
It has the same effect.
No, that's
And
the
you don't
point.
have to develop a cartridge case.
No, that's the point.
What's the point? To get shrapnel or?
Yeah, this is what Samson thinks a fragmentation grenade would be like. Oh, I figured it'd be like shooting a bunch of bullets out from wherever the bomb explodes. You know what I mean? Bless you.
No. No, my simple-minded little cactus lookalike.
He is in fact not blessed.
I feel like that's more of an insult to Zanzibar's of blessing him in these circumstances.
Oh.
Yeah, Jade.
No, bless him, Jade. Bless him!
No dying.
Yes,
Or do.
No dying!
I am
you.
doing.
No! If you die, then you can't go to sleep.
Get in the forever box.
And if you die, you can't roll dice.
I can't roll dice anyway.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
They're all the way over there.
What? Why are you like this?
Yeah, be buried with your dice like some sort of pharaoh.
I roll the metal dice. Woo.
Pharaoh speaks in common.
What was I saying before we got on that?
Shrapnel.
Whatever that was? Oh yeah, Right now.
What's that?
You ever use a shotgun before?
Nope.
And you call yourself a Parisian?
I do.
Shame. Shame on you! So uneducated in the ways of firearms.
Says the one calling a cartridge case a bullet.
That wasn't Zanzibar,
Damn.
that was me, but thank you for calling me stupid.
Damn. Shots fired.
Why do you want to hurt me?
I do not.
Well, then why are you?
I don't know.
Why are you getting hurt?
She just called me dumb.
No. I called you not knowing what cartridge cases are.
Yes, you are a
Which
whole
is
idiot for not
most
knowing one
people.
subject.
Come on,
Oh.
if I don't know a single thing, that means I am an idiot. Don't you? Haven't you guys
True.
read the lexicon?
No, I don't know how to read.
Reading is lies.
Yeah, I don't know how to read, stupid. God. Such a dumbass.
Sigh?
Pop.
No sigh. No Gangnam Style in this place. What was I talking about? Oh,
You were still on
Wait.
shrapnel.
shrap,
Shotguns.
shotguns.
I don't listen to shrap music.
Are you
Are
okay?
you okay?
I'm good, don't worry about it, keep going.
Did you understand what she said?
Doubt.
What did she even say? All I got was
That's pretty much it.
I have food! Yay. But yeah, Zanzibar explains to Samson that, well, shotguns are a firearm that fires a bunch of small things at an opponent to basically turn them into... You know what? You're good with analogs, and he just lazily picks up some sand and throws it at Samson's chest.
Samson flies back 700 feet.
No. The sand just hits your chest and then falls to the ground. Now imagine if that was hurtling at you at the speed of a bullet.
Oh! Now I know what you're talking about.
Seen him? Good with analogs.
No. I remember, Joe, Crazy Joe, the one I borrowed the water bug from. Lily's owner. He had something that shot like that.
Oh, the guy who shot Prin.
Yeah!
His son was nice.
Yeah.
Low key, I have been trying to remember his son's name for the last 2 weeks.
Why?
Oh no. I never know when a character's gonna become recurring.
You should.
We'll tell you. Or it's story important. One or the other.
So yeah, shotguns.
Yeah. Huh. I'll be honest, I'm not used to those shooting like that. The ones I knew shot bullets, but they were like bigger.
You mean a cannon?
No. It's like bigger than these bullets, but not too much bigger. But it didn't go, and then he's gonna pick up some sand and not throw it at Zanzibar, but kind of go, poo.
I honestly thought you were gonna be like, not throw it at Zanzibar, but throw it at Nim, and it's like...
Nah, if Samson wanted to throw sand at Nim, he has pocket sand.
And Nim has Fireball. What's your point?
Your fireball won't hit me.
He does have a
If
point.
you didn't have the ridiculous deck stuff you did, I would impose a penalty.
I mean, if I didn't have the ridiculous deck stuff I did, I wouldn't be a rogue.
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato topotamus.
Yeah, I have no idea what Samson's referencing.
Are you talking about slugs?
Oh. That makes sense.
You know, that'd be helpful. Maybe I should get a shotgun, too.
Perhaps you should.
We ever get the chance to stop by one of the blacksmiths? I'm sure I could pick up some. Oh, wait. I don't have anything to trade anymore. Oh, that's not true. I have a few things.
Yeah, I was about to say, what happened to the last of your stuff?
I mean, the last of my stuff isn't very much.
Maybe you can get one in Oceania.
That's not an impossible thought.
Yeah, but I don't really trust guns from anywhere but races. Or Zanzibar now.
Hey, what's wrong with my guns?
No, the other way. He doesn't trust things that aren't
Oh,
either Varetian or Zanzibarian.
never mind.
Hey, what's wrong with the rest of the world, guy?
They try their best. I'll stand the rest of the world. Even if it can't stands me, but I'm... if Zanzibar made puns frequently.
And then did a badunch with prestidigitation.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have some odds and ends I can trade, but I don't know how valuable they'd be. That's just sort of the nature of it. Oh yeah, stopping by somewhere like there would be pretty good.
When would you like to go?
How about tomorrow? Do you think that'd be possible, Zanzibar?
I think that you two should start training.
Well, how do we do that? We don't necessarily test each other's skill sets all that much, do we?
She's got magic to learn, and you? Well, you need something to spar with, don't you? There's a golem right there. There's any number of things you could outright kill out there, as he just points to the rest of the desert. And if you really want to challenge yourself, I'm sure I could hackney myself down to the level of a god and give you a taste of what you'll be up against. Tie my arms and legs behind my back, but...
See, no, that's just mean.
It's more of a... It's more of a jab at gods than it is at Samson. In fact, it's not a jab at Samson at all.
If it was, Samson probably wouldn't have picked up on it.
Mr. Golem is a friend, not a foe.
And while his internal gears turn, that brings me to my next point. You've had your snacks, you've had your relaxation. When are you going to go back to learning and training?
My inner snark has not died down, and I almost said, when are you going to stop complaining about it?
Man, those beaded tassels really did set your mood for today, didn't they? If you didn't wake up and choose violence, those tassels did it for you.
I think I ended up choosing the violence for her.
We never got a choice. Anyway. Well, you never brought it up, so I don't know what we're doing. Can't really go off on my own.
Why not? You're capable and powerful.
Because I don't know what I'm doing?
Fair point. Have you stopped pumping smoke out of your ears, Samson?
He's not puffing any smoke.
Samson is going to, like, feel around one of his ears. Yes?
It was a metaphor.
Oh. Oh. What does it mean?
It was words that meant a
No, I know what a metaphor was.
Oh. Well, color me surprised.
Hey!
What?
I know things.
Do you? Do you know things?
I mean, compared to you, does anyone? That's not a fair assessment.
And you just see Zanzibar look back up at the sky and he just starts... He just holds his hand up and he's just counting on one hand. I mean, there's at least... nope. Dead. Dead. I could think of 2 people. Does that count?
I mean, technically, yes. But not exactly my point. 2 people aren't a lot.
But it's a
Hello?
non-zero number. Literally a non-zero chance.
Now, I have dang, I lost what I was gonna say.
Like, actually, or...
No, Samson lost what he was gonna say.
Oh.
me to start training. Oh, by the way, I remember what I was gonna say. You want me to start training, but what exactly should I be training? I don't know how much better I can be at the shot.
Then practice your martial skills.
I mean, yeah, but against what? No offense to Mr. Golem, but he's kind of not really the best one to practice that on. In fact, I don't know a single thing in this desert that would be good to practice on. Everything I've taken a whack at has, well, whacked them back a little bit harder.
I didn't realize that you got stronger through training by practicing on weak things.
Oh. I consider it playing to my out.
What'd he say?
He says that he considers it playing to his outs.
His outs?
It's a term for playing to your current strength. Pressing the advantages you have.
And at that, Zanzibar is just gonna kind of sit up and stare Samson in the eye. It's one thing to play to one's strengths, but if you ignore your weaknesses and your faults, then all your enemy is going to do is find those and pry them wide open. You can have the strongest feats of strength, you can have the greatest intellect, you could be the wisest that there ever has been, you could even be the most charismatic person to walk the land. But if everything else pales in comparison to that one feat you have, that one thing that makes you unique, that one thing you play to, well, the greatest intellect cannot block a sword. The strongest muscles cannot think outside the box. It's all well and good to play to your outs, but you need to focus on what you fail at, or what you could be better at. Take this one, for example. She does have a number of faults, and she does play to her strengths, but by rounding out her intellect in the arcane, it gives her options. She's not very strong, so what have I been teaching her? Ways to control the battlefield to her advantage, to put her opponents at disadvantage. That allows her to keep control. It covers up for her weakness, her inability to swing a sword or lift a giant hammer. At the same time, she's learning how to take destructive capabilities and defensive capabilities in different aspects to cover other parts that she's not great at. You have to start thinking the same. Doubly so if you become a duo rather than a trio.
I'm lost at Zanzibar's advice, I'm not gonna lie.
He's basically saying that it's okay for you to want to fight things that are weak, but if you don't push yourself to fight things that are strong, then you're just not gonna get much better. At the same time, you gotta focus on making your weaknesses less weaknesses.
But it seems like he's saying don't rely on your strengths, but also use your strengths to cover up your weaknesses.
Kind of yes, kind of no. He's basically saying be aware of what you're not good at, and if you can make it better, make it better. If you can't, then you have to find another way to cover that up. Does that make sense?
Don't be caught with your britches down.
Basically, yeah. Be self-reflective, because if you're not aware of it before all this shit hits the fan, it's going to be what gets you killed.